It's time now for the PHL News Ball Report. Tuesday, October 7th, 2014. Welcome to Tuesday morning, October 7th, 2014. Here are your news headlines here. Turkish soldiers stood guard on Tuesday just across the border of Combined Syria as coalition warplanes reportedly strike ISIS and support of Kurds. The Obama administration is talking about ramping up screening of travelers who come from Ebola-affected countries. Many Americans are concerned that the virus may spread now to the patient. Thomas Eric has been diagnosed in Dallas. Senator Ted Cruz has slammed the Supreme Court's decision to not take up gay marriage cases in several states called the move transgender indefensible. Spanish authorities on Tuesday were investigating how a nurse who cared for two Spanish priests who died from Ebola herself claimed to be afflicted. Now, 2014 Nobel Peace Prize for physics has been awarded to a trio of scientists in Japan and for the U.S. intervention of blue light emitted diodes. Hong Kong, after more than a week of protests that paralyzed Hong Kong, student leaders have an assumption framework was for government officials to discuss their political reform demands. Tix Club, Mexico, as a blows crackled in the air and police funneled students to the backs of police cars as Serbia ran with it all straight. International Criminal Court prosecutors have reached a deadlock to collect the possible evidence from the Kenyan government to support charges against President Uhuru Kenyatta, lawyer Benjamin Guppert said. Police have arrested a Shelbyville, Delaware mom after a daughter H4 was allegedly caught handing out bags of suspect heroin to have her children at a daycare center. In Sioux Falls, South Dakota, a local action committee says it will spend $1 million to support Democratic U.S. Senator hopeful Wick Ryland. They arrested an American teenager for allegedly attempting to join the Islamic militant group ISIS has stunned people in this working-class Chicago suburb where he lives. Germany's economic ministry said industrial production shrank 4% in August, added a growth picture of a struggling economy. Hewlett Packard Enterprise will define the next generation of technology infrastructure, software, and services, and a new style of HP Incorporated will be the leading personal system of printed company and delivered information that will empower boulder grade. Amazon is now following the footsteps of Apple and Starbucks and facing a probe into its tax agreement from the European Commission. First shots have been fired at a bid to create the world's biggest mining company by merchant Swiss-based Glencore with British-based Rio Tinto, and while nothing has officially happened after the outfit put in Salvo, there was no jump through the big battles brewing. Federal prosecutors in San Francisco to open up an investigation into controversial emails and offer contemplating to set regulations for Pacific Gas and Electric Company. Yahoo has confirmed that a handful of infected servers have been discovered. One says that the shell shock is not to blame. The tech giant came under scrutiny following a report published by Future Soft Technologies early this week. A Teamsters official said the union was persecuting the unionized Facebook drivers and had hoped to organize drivers for Google, Apple, and other Silicon Valley companies. The most important part of the film's message is never misogynistic nor feminist. It's about what happens when two people are bound together forever. That Tonight Show premiered its first music video on Monday with Jimmy Fallon and will.i.am perform as their teenage girl alter egos. Totally weighted actress Marion Sells-Wingard, one of the great ladies American stage and fame fighter, never missing a single performance during her entire 4-year party run of Death Trap died in Manhattan open by the age of 86. Dancing with His Stars is a memorable dance. Here. Early morning rose may be able to get a chance to watch it where selling it eclipse on Wednesday. Effects of climate change and upper ocean temperatures have been underestimated by 24 to 58% of study by NASA. The Livermore Laboratory concludes. NASA looking to innovate ways to get a manned cruise safely to the wet planet as good deep sleep meal. The key to the success. The Nobel Assembly at the Karolinska Institute in Sweden has been awarded by the 2014 Nobel Prize for Psychology and Medicine to 3 scientists for discovering the brain's inner GPS, the system cells that help it work out where it is and how to get from A to B. Several members of the Rush Memorial Hospitals were picked to support breast cancer awareness, but here, take a look at U.S. stock market reports here. Stock market Dow Jones 69.91, 1.91, down 17.78. S&P 500 1964.82, down 308, and Nasdaq 4454.80, down 12.82. Let's take a look at New England Instant Alerts here at 7:35 here. The Springfield police investigated possible assault after stabbed victim's Georgetown hospital. As victim initially claimed he was injured after falling in class, but later he was stabbed by crew. Street according to Springfield police reports last night. Take a look at sports news here on this Tuesday morning. Here, all Robert Griffin did was force a pass on an average player undecidable before the game started. As Russell Wilson runs Phil's Seahawks past the Washington Redskins on Monday Night Football, 27-17. And speaking of the Seattle Seahawks, Des Bryant and Dallas Cowboys ready to talk about squaring off against Seattle's Richard Sherman just minutes after a spectacular cast session to give the Cowboys a win against Houston in overtime. And with the NBA's new TV deal set to make $2.67 billion per year, Larry James said Monday that owners could pour the next CBA negotiation would not play with us at the same time. Peter Channel News Times now 7:36 here. It is time out for a little traffic report here, and we're going to take a look at 95, and it's backed up from Foxborough all the way down to Route 120 in Kenton here due to an accident on 129 on the northbound side around Route 95 in Kenton here. 24 is backed up from Route 27 in Brockton all the way down from Route 120 Randolph. Route 3 backed up from 228 in Brockton all the way down to the Braintree split. Route Southeast Expressway on the northbound side, it is all backed up from the split all the way down to the Best Park and Tiffany Hill Tunnel is backed up on the northbound end due to the accident on the Tiffany Hill Tunnel on the northbound side here. And an accident on Southeast Expressway near the gas tanks here. Mess Pike on the eastbound side, and it's all backed up from 485 in Westboro all the way down to Route 30 in Natick, and it's hit the brakes again from 128 in Weston all the way down to also Brighton Tolls. Everybody, you have smooth sailing on both ends from BU all the way down to Logan Airport. 93 in the southbound side is backed up from 120 Reddit all the way down to the Zachem Bridge. Route 1 south backed up from 16 and Everett all the way down to the Tobin Bridge. 120 on the southbound side, it's backed up from Linfield all the way out to Route 2 in Lexington due to an accident on Route 120 southbound and exit 29 and Route 2 in Lexington, Suburban Grove traffic from exit 33, Route 38 in Burlington here. Route 1 is backed up from Peabody down to Saugus here. And we got 120 on the southbound side. Smooth sailing from Weston all the way down through Canton and 120 south backed up from 24 and right off to the split. 120 on the northbound side is backed up from 130 in Canton all the way out to the Mass Pike here. And Route 2 on the westbound side, a little slow around Lexington and Concord stretches here. And 93 on the northbound side, it's backed up from Wilmington all the way up into Route 495 in Methuen here. Route 3 on the northbound side, it's smooth sailing. But on the southbound side, it's slow from Tingsboro all the way down from Route 42 to next on Route 3 near Route 40 in Chelmsford. And it's backed up from Route 3 from Lowell down to Millwricker. And it's backed up from 62 down to 120 to Burlington here. 95 is modified from 128 to the New Hampshire border. 495 southbound slow from Route 147 down over to Route 93 out in Andover here. And it's backed up from 495 northbound side from Westford here. And 495 the northbound side slowing on Hopkinton stretch here. Take a look at our Providence Rhode highways here. Route 95 southbound slow from Tucson all the way down to downtown Providence. Route 195 westbound is backed up from St. Clark all the way down from 95 in Providence. Route 95 northbound side slow from East Greenwich all the way down to Fairbanks Avenue curve in Providence. Here 295 eastbound slow on northbound 295 from Route 1 down to 95 in Alabama. 146 southbound. It's back up from North Middle on Route 99 coming in 295 more than 5 from North Alabama all the way down to Warwick. Here Route 4 north slow to 295. Jamestown to Newport Bridge to Boulevard and the Cape Bridges of Boulevard and the Centralia Boulevard on the Cape Cod. Here at Channel News Time, 7:40. Time to half on a weather report for today. Most of the skies have at 73 degrees and south wind about 7 to 15 miles per hour. Gust size 26 miles per hour. Tonight, chance of showers that thunderstorms between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. and showers likely possibly a thunderstorm after 5 a.m. Some of the storms produce gusty winds and heavy rain at patchy mark after 11 p.m. but otherwise most skies are with a lower of 58 degrees. South wind about 5 to 7 miles per hour. Transpiration 6%. The new rainfall by a typical quarter-inch extra about as possible thunderstorms. Wednesday, showers and thunderstorms likely before 11 a.m. Then slight chance of showers between 11 a.m. and noon. Then some storms produce gusty winds and heavy rain and patchy mark before 9 a.m. otherwise cutting threat mid-morning. Gradual clear wind high near 74 degrees in southwest wind about 8 to 13 miles per gust size 28 miles per transpiration 7%. New rainfall amounts between 10 and a quarter inch extra about as possible thunderstorms. Well, that most of the got low 46 degrees and northwest wind about 6 miles per hour. Thursday, south got about 61 degrees, west wind about 5 to 8 miles per hour. Thursday night, slight change of rain after midnight. Podcast got low 46 degrees and transportation sweeps at Friday. Chance of rain, cost guys, and most cost guys about 59, low about 45 degrees. Chance of precipitation ranging from 30 to 40%. Saturday, most cost guys about 59, low about 43 degrees. Sunday, most of the podcast guys when I about 60, low about 44 degrees. And for Monday, mostly says guys the club say when I do 61 degrees. North temperature is 60 degrees with mostly guys, and that's me for the PWHL News. Modern report on this October 7, 2014 on a Tuesday. PJ with me. Good day, what a good bad attitude. All super late night because committee at the Taste of Town in Mansfield Crossing there and then talk that. But hey, have a good day, what a good bad attitude.